Okay, I wanted to give an update to my thought process on trying to see if I am truly autistic or I just been testing randomly. I think I'm on like 6 online tests now. I know, silly to keep doing those. I've been sharing my information at work with coworkers who I thought were, nice, friendly, and we have a small group, so I feel comfortable sharing things like that sometimes, even though maybe I shouldn't. Weird that I would overshare if I am, but I don't know. I don't know all the details. I feel like there's a spectrum for a reason. Shared with my mom, and as I mentioned, she was the advocate of don't think about it, don't worry about it, which I absolutely hated. Frustrated me, got me kind of upset. So the update is that most of my coworkers are pretty chill. They're just kind of curious, like, what made you want to look into that? Or some of them even went ahead and took the test along with me. The sixth test I took the RADS R test. Got a 129, in case any of you know what that score means. One of my other coworkers is like, oh, I want to take that test. He got a 45. Another coworker got like an 83 or 84. And they just openly were like, yeah, I'm going to take it. And just kind of curious themselves, But I had one coworker who decided to like pick on me because of it. And it was completely uncalled for. And that's the kind of thing that I was hoping would not happen. I did not handle it well. I thought about it for a quick second, how it was a personal attack on something that I'm trying to figure out if it truly is what I have and have had my entire life and not known about it, which is a disorder. And I blew up on him at work, which is not good. So that sucked. Like I felt nothing as far as remorse for how I felt. I was just like, oh, I should not have done that. But when you come to someone who is sharing some personal information and, maybe lesson learned that I can't, unfortunately, maybe work is not a safe place as I thought it was. But when you bring that information out, I guess you open yourself up to those really terrible people in this world. And if I'm mentioning something work related to this person and they want to mention something personal to hurt me, I just didn't have a filter. I was never raised to let people walk all over me. That mixed with it's just really hard internally to not voice how I feel. Just let them have it. All those internal thoughts that you keep in, just they're out there. Threw them right back at him. So not my proudest moment. But on a good note, um, did start talking to a therapist again. And they're trying to connect me with one of two other therapists that has experience with ASD. So that is fantastic news. So it's a step in the right direction. I know it's probably going to be quite a process from what it sounds like online. But after the AQ10, the AQ50, the RADS R, and other ones randomly online, I think I'm ready to talk to professional, see how that goes. Once again, the piece with my mom was tough because she keeps bringing it up in a way where it's like, don't think about it, or don't let it consume your day. It's like, well, I think that's the biggest problem right there, and that's extremely frustrating. And I've almost had to block that out because I as I brought up to her today, a lot of things that I did as a teen that went ignored. And they're devastating to have to go through alone. And all she says is, well, we just thought you were independent. We thought you were this. We thought you were that. We thought you're okay. That's such a crazy thing for you to go through these assessments and these tests, and their friends and family around you do them too, and they score way lower than you. And all they say is, you look fine. You seem fine. You look fine. You look fine is a really common one. You look fine. You seem fine. You don't know anything about what's going on in my head, though. And that's where people have to learn to just listen and maybe see how I talk to you. You've known me for 39 years, 20 years, 10 years. Look at our conversations. They're different. So, end of my rant. Things are progressing, even though it's been a couple of rough days of crazy emotions with coworkers, family, even relationships. It's been tough. I think people think I'm trying to get away with excuses that are just truly my thought process, and I've talked about it for years. I ask lots of questions, and then I still get in trouble for it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not built for everyone, and that's okay. I've come to terms with being completely by myself for my entire life a long time ago, and I'm sure with enough practice I can get back there if I need to. It's a safe place, People just want to think that I'm always like of the worst intentions, which doesn't make sense to me. See what tomorrow brings. Keep you posted. Have a good night.